Everyone knows lyrics don't work like normal sentences, and it's more than just making words rhyme. Why do some of the best songs get away with saying some outlandish stuff in weird ways? It's because when music and words come together, we're speaking the language of the lyricist. If you've ever been stumped while trying to write some music or having trouble turning poetry into a song, first and foremost, you gotta understand that your voice is an instrument. We have to make moments of tension, release, and payoff, and your vocal delivery holds just as much weight as the words coming out your mouth. It's more like each line of the song is a thought that comes through the singer's mind. Every lyric is an idea formed by context just as much as vocabulary. Whether or not this idea can jump to the next lyric to the next idea while keeping attention intact and the story flowing determines if it's a good lyric.
This video is protected by the Fair Use Act of 1976.
I'm not going to bore you with my music. What do you know about that? I'm going to show you as good an example of good songwriting as possible. This is the crown jewel upon the peak of the career of the biggest band of all time, A Day in the Life by the Beatles. And let's listen to these lyrics.
I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph.
So in just 32 words, we can stop it right there and immediately start asking a ton of questions. What's up with this man? Why is he lucky? There was some news about him and it was sad. What was in this photograph? Is the songwriter insane? Why is he laughing? We're not only getting to understand our story, we're getting to understand our narrator. This is one of the best ways to open up a song. One of its strongest attributes is how ambiguous the emotions are on display, yet how specific the situation seems to the narrator. All right, let's keep it going and I'll make my next point about the song.
He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed.
Whoa, remember all those questions I brought up earlier? With 2 sentences, it's kind of like all of them got answered. I especially love this second line. What you say as a lyricist can't just be that this happened, and then he did this, and then I did this. We want to get into your head through the little things. In this situation, the songwriter's created. It's followed up by his thoughts on the previous line, and it's something only someone who's a bit shell-shocked by the situation would say. We're learning about his emotions through what's not said. The less we're spoon-fed, the more we can go back and appreciate these lyrics' deeper meaning. Yet it's all laid out in a way that immediately hooks you into the story and weaves this tale. And now we're gonna keep it going, and I'll make my last point about the song.
A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords.
Okay, so we know how to create our story, our point of view, and how to make words out of it. But as a piece of music, our ears aren't really affected by choice of words per se, it's syllables. A lot of people might know this as lyrical flow, but the way it works is a bit broader than genre or even music. In any form of speech, our rhythm plays a major role. Our rhythm plays a major role. Our rhythm plays a major role in creating these points of tension and release to get our meaning across. If I read these lyrics to you out loud, it'd sound a bit stupid having someone across from you having this conversation. When we only have so much time within each line, the most effective message oftentimes comes with a kind of strange way of talking. Because just like how much a certain note satisfies the ears when it's hit, things like alliteration, assonance, onomatopoeia, making noises that aren't even words are way more important than if the end of every line rhymes. We want to create meaning by combining words and sounds. And this is the language of the lyricist. We use more drawn out notes for lyrics that deserve them, and use syllabic rhythm just as much as word choice when it comes to creating tension and release. Like I said, whether or not a lyric is a good lyric depends on its context within the rest of the song. It's about how well you can set an idea to music using your voice as an instrument. Once you get this and apply it to your songwriting, you will have a full understanding of the role lyrics play in music. Don't overthink it. Just find a little lyrical idea you want to build off of, put your state of mind on the points you want to make and where you want the song to go, and let the words write themselves to the music. You'll find yourself writing less meh songs and be able to hone down the most effective lyrical choices without sounding like you're trying so hard. Now that I made some videos on production, lyricism, songwriting, artistry, musical instruments, the next time you will hear from me will be some new music. Because I can talk all day long, but I'm a musician. Music is what I do. So if you made it this far, I have an EP coming out before the end of the month. And now you know before any official release news stuff. So keep that in mind. Next time you hear a word from me, hopefully it's some lyrics. I got 2 singles out in the meantime leading up to this EP. So I'll be seeing you again soon, hopefully. As always, I'm Boy Grapes. Later.